Please, the show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another day on PulseChain and Crypto Paradise. Hope you guys are enjoying it out there. It is pretty carnage to some degree, but there's a lot of opportunities on the field. That's how it rolls in crypto. We've got GooGod in the house there. Good morning, legend. Hey, good to see you, GooGod. Big shout out there. Yeah, I saw your notes. Kind of cool. That is it. Scammers extracting hard. Remain vigilant. That's from GooGod. Big warning out there on PulseChain. We've got Valiant in the house as well. Just in, US successfully completes attacks on 3 nuclear sites in Iran. Obviously, markets are down on the geopolitical turmoil there. Thanks for the alpha drop there, Valiant. And we've got Wookie in the house as well. Wookie is dreaming. He's dreaming. Well, that's because you're probably watching too many like romantic comedies. Wookie wrote too many romantic comedies. Hey, welcome everybody. Don't forget to get into the chat there and get lively. An active chat is a cool chat. And let me just find the show so we can share the show around, right? It's the play. We're slowly ramping things up on X. Hope you guys have enjoyed that and noticed. We're continuing to ramp up. So share the show on X. And yeah, we've got the next monster thread coming out tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. And MVS is working hard on that. So big shout out MVS. All right, who else is in the house? So we got Blair in the house. Hey, good to see you, Blair. Hope you're doing well. You were so right, Super. Yeah, I knew it. The romantic comedies. Wookie's watching all those romantic comedies, giving him dreams. That is the show. Share that around. Definitely share that around. That's the way to go. Only takes a moment to repost and help with the algorithm. Get PulseChain and crypto news out there. Get it out there. All right. Shall we get straight into the show? I don't know if I've got any. Let me just quickly check that news story about the 3 nuclear attacks. I did check the news before. Oh, yeah, this had come out. Yeah. So there we go. It's already game on there, and the markets will, markets will do what they're going to do. Obviously, Bitcoin's actually recovering. Actually, funnily enough, it's just kind of funny. So we do have that. I don't know if I have that up. So let's post it. I did have some news that I was going to get to, but didn't upload properly. But that is the news at the moment on the US strikes. So yeah, 3 strikes have happened. Yeah. So they hit Fordo, which is the big nuclear one on the mountain, Natanz and Esfahan there. So making some major damage. USS Nimitz had got into the region as well. So that's the 2nd aircraft carrier. I think they're going to be sending 3 there all up, if I remember rightly. Also, the super carrier is coming in as well. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can hear that, but they definitely hit those 3 sites there today. So yeah, that is big news. Just came hot off the press there. You can see the map of this thing. So let me just go back there actually. I don't know if that's coming up there. Let me see. You can see the map here of that. So there's Fordo. That's they've hit that right in the middle there. They hit the Natanz there. Let me just scroll that up there. You can see that they've hit Fordo's right here in the middle of Iran, Natanz, and what was the other one? Ashrafan there. So they've hit these 3 here in the middle of Iran. Obviously, the Fordo one was the big one, right? That's the one at the mountain and the nuclear facility underneath there. So yeah, Valiant says the news is probably already built into the price for the past few days. Says Valiant, yeah, it seems to be so because Bitcoin's bouncing at the moment. There was no sound. Yeah, no, I haven't got linked up to the right tab on it. But that is the play. I don't know whether we can actually. Let's see if we can cue that in. It's a bit difficult. I still haven't worked it out how to do that. So something for the future. All right. So that is the big news. So yeah, Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan, that one there. So those three have been hit, but the Fordo is the big one there. Whether they use the big B2 bombers, yeah, B2 bombers, that is the question, right? So they probably did on Fordo. They were moving 6 big bombers, B2 bombers. Was the other big news, right? That they were moving those to the closer to, I don't know which base they were going to, but they were moving those as well. So, yep, it's game on. Well, the reality is that this is the opportunity, right, to get rid of the Iran nuclear threat. Because they quite easily will sell us to terrorists, right? And blow up all sorts of places in the West, and even people in the Middle East. They could blow up maybe somewhere. Who knows what they'll do with those things? So it's time is now, right? That is the play. Use the force, super. Use the force. Oh, that's for you. That's for you. Use the force. I use the power of the sun. The power of the sun. 10,000 house there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. So this is kind of, even though it's bad news, it's good news. And hopefully the world's going to be a safer place moving forward, right? We've still got plenty of rogue nations like China potentially invading Taiwan. But apart from that, let's see. Remember, they've talked about 2027. So hopefully not. Remember that Taiwan has probably about 80-90% of the high-power superconductors and about 60% of the world's exports in computer chips. If Taiwan got invaded, China would control the technology of the world. If you think you're going to be, that you're against it and you think it's going to be okay, well, no. Well, no. And also control the rare earths that go into all the modern electronics as well. So, it's not a good thing either. So Taiwan, not a good thing. So that is fingers crossed. There we go, everybody. Fingers crossed that they keep sane heads on that one. There we go. Big news straight out of the gate. All right, where else are we up to? I don't know. We were on X posting some stuff out. I did post this from billionaire Raoul Paul, multi-millionaire Raoul Paul, CEO of Real Vision, just dropped a bomb. Not the bomb on Iran. The current crypto cycle is mirroring 2017's epic rally, and it's poised to run even longer. And of course, he's been pretty bullish about where the cycle's going. We've been playing his video on a regular basis, and he's pretty much talking about the US dollar is devaluing, and the MT supply is at record highs. Money is starting to flow in from the corporates and institutions, and expecting that to rally. And particularly, he went to the Middle East, and everybody was getting in on blockchain and AI. Everyone's taking, these institutions take a longer view as well. So he reckons that it isn't really 2021's hype. It's pretty much like 2020's early rocket fuel, getting ready for the biggest crypto cycle. So he's pretty bullish right into Q2 next year, right? So that is from Raoul Paul, and his net worth is about 350 mil. Perhaps he's got a $1 billion balance sheet, but that's kind of where he is at the moment. Although it would have got hit a little bit by the old PulseChain event. So that was something I posted yesterday. What else has been going? PulseChain was actually up yesterday a little bit on the bounce, but of course then started getting wiped out with the Iran turmoil, the volatility in the market, and that is pretty much it. So kind of cool. I've also started posting this video, cutting it up and clipping it as an alpha thread as well, just to cut out the real topical stuff in the live stream. So I'll be doing that every day, and that is the latest one right there. So get out there and repost that as well. Kind of cool. Let's get into the market, shall we? Shall we do that? Let's switcheroo. Let's switch. All right, sorry about that. I accidentally forgot my screen. Wookie says muted. Yeah. It happens to the best of us. I thought I had put that on before I switched it, but I didn't. There we go. Wookie is keeping me on the mark there. Appreciate that. Yeah, so we got the crypto markets. So let's get into it. We got market cap there to 3.24 trillion on crypto, down 4.3% at the moment. So obviously a bit of a down day there. Another day in the office on the down day. But Bitcoin there is picking up a little bit on the hourly. This is different from CoinGecko. The price is a little bit more bullish. Let me refresh that. Yeah, so we're still down 1% for 24 hours. Not too bad. And down 3% for the week. So Bitcoin holding up pretty well. Against this Iranian. And now that we've hit 3 sites, we'll see what happens the rest of the day. As you say, as Valiant say, maybe it's just priced in by now because the market's ebbed down a little bit. But Ethereum there down 4.7%. So that's definitely been hit by the impact of the geopolitical risk. $2,287. But XRP holding up, Bitcoin holding over 100K is so important. We got Tether there, XRP, number 4, down 2.9%, $2.06. BNB at number 5, down 2%, $628. Solana at number 6 is down 3.3%, $135. We've got Tron there at number 8, is down 0.6% at 27 cents. Dogecoin, number 9, is down 4.9% as well, 15.5 cents. And then Lido sitting at number 10, down 5.1%. And that is our top 10 at the moment, all down. And actually, the best performer is Bitcoin, which is a good sign, guys. That's a really good sign. Oh boy, Super is suffering from shell shock. It must be fallout from the radiation. We got so that is pretty much it. Now, in terms of, we're doing a weekly update today, right? So we got Bitcoin at the moment. Let's see who the best performer is over the last week. It would be Tron. Tron is only down 0.2% this week. So Tron wins the award for the best one this week, and then followed not too far behind by BNB down 2.7%, the top 10, and then Bitcoin at down 3.1%. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. But Bitcoin there recovering a little bit, and we're going to zoom in on that in a minute. Top performer in the last week on the top 100 is Kaya at number 82, is up 22.9%, but down 5.6% today. White Bitcoin, which has been performing pretty well, although the chart looks kind of weird, is up 22% for the week, down 1% today. And then is it PulseChain there, which is what Raoul Paul was involved with, right? That is at 79. Is that SayChain? No, it's SayChain. I keep mixing up SayChain or Say here and PulseChain. But that is down 22%. Up 22% for the week and up 4.7% today. And that's sitting at number 79 there. So those are our top 3 there, followed by Bitcoin Cash, which is up almost 8%. And the rest of them, not much happening with everything else. So only 4 coins in the top 100 are actually got a decent green number for the whole week. So only 4 coins. That's crazy. All right, so top gainers, Centre, up 100%. These are typically in the top 1,000, right? Pool Lotto Finance up 20%, and Gorbana Ghana up 50% there at the moment. So let's have a quick look at those. We like to have a little nosy and see what's shaking there. Yes, so Centre there is moved into the top 1,000, sitting at 973, and it's got a nice little mega pump here. Went from 0.0027 to 2.5 cents. So mad gains all around, and that is up dramatically. 1 year up 2,000%. But let's have a look at the closer periods. Last 30 days up 6,900%. Last 14 days up 8,200%. Last 7 days 750%, and that has moved into the top 1,000. Centre is an all-in-one Solana open platform with a dApp store and universal protocol for liquidity. And includes SenOS, the open platform for dApps, and SenSwap, the liquidity accumulator, Solana-based AMM with a user-friendly interface, and tech advanced features such as adaptive fee model and permanent loss minimization. So that might be of interest. Asymmetric deposit, one-sided token pooling, and cross-chain liquidity, and so on. So that is Centre. Let's have a quick look at the website. That's pretty interesting. Might be one for the future that continues to climb at nice percentages. Once again, do your due diligence, not financial advice, all that good stuff. We've got the Academy, got swapping pools, farms. Nothing's too different apart from those little secret improvements on farms and AMMs. So it's a suite for Solana, and of course Solana pretty popular generally. So there we go. That is Centre. So maybe worth checking out a little bit. That chart, of course, you don't want to buy the top of a vertical chart. So just remember that. It's a dangerous place to buy. All right, so that's the play. But who knows? Let's see what money's coming into that. What else we got going there? We got Pool Lotto Finance. Let's have a quick look at that. Let's see what number that is at. That's at number 745. Yeah, so it had a big rah. It was up at 17, 17, $19.50 back in February 22. And it's just come off the bottom at $10.21. Currently, it is at, sorry, what did I say? $10? $1.36, sorry, and it's now at $2.11, up 20% today, having a bit of a rebound. Pool Lotto token is a new generation lottery token based smart contract, and it appears to be on the BNB chain, and that is up today. So I'm not sure what's quite driving that, but that is sitting at number 745 at the moment. Let me know in the chat there if you guys have been playing that at all. We've got Gobagana. That's up 50%. See where that is at. It's a number 716 in the top 1,000, up 50.8%. Hasn't been around for long, 20th of June. And so, yeah, just 2 days. And it seems to be up 50%. Gore tokens can be traded. So there we go. I don't know what exactly that is, but had a peak out of 5.6 cents currently at 4.4 cents in price discovery mode. Let's have a look at Gobagana website. It's got a network. Okay, so it's a network, real-time network statistics. It's got assets, Explorer, Gobagana ecosystem in there as well. It's enterprise security, lightning fast, community-driven, so it's some sort of blockchain ecosystem. And they have a faucet there as well. So there we go, Gobagana Solana fork. It's a Solana fork. There we go. So yeah, Solana stuff doing quite well today amongst the trending coins. There was two protocols there. All right, so Solana fork maybe a good little buy to pick that up off the bottom. Only just launched, but once again, do due diligence. Make sure you know what you're getting into, and that's got a legit team and all the rest of it. But that is pretty interesting. Let's have a quick look at what else is going. Trending, Fun Token, Toncoin, and Lambo, all trending. And, of course, Toncoin there, Telegram. Fun Token, let's have a quick look at that. Well, let's see what that is. Rank 510. It's just really down at the bottom, just bouncing a little bit today. It was down at 3,900 a penny. And seems to be up at just under 3/4 of a penny at the moment. And that, what is that? That is... apparently, they've got 350,000 users. Fun Token is a leading iGame token globally, they say. It's on Ethereum there, so maybe that's worth checking out. Let's have a look at the old website. Have some fun. Experience decentralized gaming and finance in one token. So there we go. They got a bit of a roadmap, but once again, not financial advice, all that good stuff. We're just having a quick nosy on live stream. But that is pretty much it for the market. So the market's down 3.9%, 3.25 trillion. Bitcoin, though, it's just even though it's down today, it's actually up a little bit in the last hour, 102. Let's see if it can hold on to that 100K overnight as well. Now, obviously, it's the weekend still, so it's just the way it goes. Don't know what futures is going to be, but we'll check out futures. Now, looking at Bitcoin, let's have a look at that. So Bitcoin at the moment, Trump's strategy is still playing out. So we've got the big tax bill. Everything else is going pretty well. I mean, obviously, just bombed the Iranian nuclear sites, but everything is going pretty well here at the moment on Bitcoin. Over 100K, so that's a green line. Everything is pretty much still intact. I mean, from an economic point of view, and we'll see where everything settles with attacking those nuclear silos, which is done once and for. Should have been done a long time ago. At least it's been done now, I guess. So there we go. That is the mix, and hopefully everything keeps on track for Trump's golden age of America and the three-legged stool strategy. Nothing really to say about that at this stage. I think the tax bill's going pretty well from last time I checked. Let's jump into the Bitcoin ETFs. We've had quite a bit of money coming in. Not huge money, but certainly decent money coming into the Bitcoin ETFs. And they continue that theme. Obviously, we've also had institutional buying really coming in. So I think Bitcoin's getting ready for that load up, and so I tend to agree with Raoul Paul there on that one. So not too much to say about that. IBIT is green. We've had day after day after day of green inflows into Bitcoin there through the ETF. All right, that leads us into PulseChain. So let's go to PulseChain, and we'll change view here, I think. And we're going to jump over to PulseChain now. Now, this is a backup site for GoPulse, plsburn.com, plsburn. I'll post that in the chat there if you guys want to check that out. Oh, let me have a look here. What's going on there? What the heck? All right, so, I had a new feature there. I'm not even sure what it was. What that, but I just accidentally pulled up some new feature. Who knows? But that is plsburn right there, right now. What was that I just hit? Okay, I'm not sure. I hit something. I have no idea what it did. Anyway, so that is where we are. We're at day 771 on Pulse. Price is quadruple 0.4241, down 2%, which is not too bad at the moment. And it's sitting at 24% of the sacrifice price. Pulse X at the moment, quadruple 0.192, down 3.6%. The buy and burn sitting at 7.25%. That excludes the OA or sacrifice wallets, and that's at 1.43 trillion. Burn so far. The ink token there is $1.40. $1.40 yet is just up 0.9%. So it's actually up on ink token. And Hex is at 40, just on 4800th of a penny, down 3.5%. And EHEX is at 1500th of a penny. So obviously pretty depressed prices on PulseChain, but they seem to, stop the big slide at this stage. We'll see what happens during the rest of the day. Obviously Sunday in the US is pretty normally either a sleepy day or a down day. And it is Sunday here in New Zealand already, but Sunday will be tomorrow. It'll be our Monday. So we'll see what happens over the next 24 hours here with the old PulseChain. Will it just sort of sleep, just move sideways a little bit, and we will see. That is where we are at the moment on Pulse. Let's have a look at the gas prices. 1.1 million beats, so pretty cheap. 1 cent for a PulseX swap. And moving to validators at the moment, we've got 50,139 validators, so that is down about 60 validators from yesterday. Bridge at the moment is at $81.6 million. So pretty chill at the moment. And as I said on the 3rd, when I took a snapshot, which is almost 3 weeks ago, we were sitting at 92.5 million, and now we're in at 81.6 in value. And obviously it's got EHEX in there too. But that is basically down, what's that, 11 million or something. So 11.2 million. No, 11, about 11 million. We'll just round it off. 11 million there, down at the moment. And of course, our DAI went down dramatically. We're sitting at around 22 million DAI, and we're sitting at 19.5 million now. So that's down, almost 2.5 million. And ETH was 7174, went out 6868. That is the mark there. USDC was sitting at 16 million, went out 15, so we lost $1 million there. And so between those two DAIs, we've lost $3.5 million in the last 3 weeks on the bridge. And of course, Coast though has been offset, so it's gone up 200,000, and USDC has also been an offset. It's gone up about maybe another 200,000 as well. So you're looking at 400,000 there. So if you're down 3.5 million on the DAI and the USDC, you're offset by USD Tether and CSD only somewhat. I mean, you're talking about down 3.5 million, but you're offset about 400,000 or 500,000. So you're still down about 3 million on that. And then you got EHEX, of course. EX is down, and then you've obviously got Bitcoin is down slightly as well. A couple $100,000 in Bitcoin. So that is the mark on that. And that's what I was going to say. All right, so that is that. Now let's quickly jump over to the bridge. And this is obviously a chart that I have, and I've corrected it from yesterday. So just to let you guys know, I rushed yesterday because I was trying to get it on live stream. Happens sometimes, but I fixed all the signs here, and we got the correct data now. But funnily enough, the result is almost the same. Not when I did it, but now it's almost heading right back. So it looks like after all those whales were bleeding us out, we've got those big whale candles like back here. So we had 400k here on this candle. We had 560k on this candle. We had another 416k on this candle. We had all that selling from the PulseX, from the Sol Sun Meal whale, all that sort of stuff. And everything's have died out. Look at that. It's all died down now. Look at that. See that? We've had better inflows. So we've had net inflows. So that is very, very cool. So that's over the last day or so. That is calmed down. And you can see that this yellow line is the net accumulation, right? So basically the stuff coming in is green. into the bridge over to PulseChain. The stuff leaving PulseChain is in red, and we got hit pretty hard, didn't we? And then we went down to negative $2.8 million. These are timestamp values, and then we were slowly eaching up yesterday. So yesterday we got to about 2.5. So my chart, if you looked at my video yesterday, I had the wrong signs for the withdrawals, the red stuff. But I fixed those up, and since then we've had a lot of inflows. You can see those inflows here. Our best hour was 178k, so it was about 12 hours ago or so, and up we have gone. So we're now only down 2.1 million now on this bridge value. So isn't that cool? That is a positive story there. Anytime this is going back towards the axis there, the zero line, we're in much better stead there. So that is pretty much it. That is exclusive, of course, to the Crypto Night Show. So if you guys enjoyed that alpha, and we've got more coming. All right, so that is the play. Let's jump over into the markets at the moment. 13.6 million. We're up a little bit more from yesterday. I think we were at 12.2 yesterday, if I remember rightly. We're at 13.6 million at the moment. We've got 209,000 transactions, and it is a lazy weekend, right? So, late Saturday night, Sunday here down under. And we've got a few little movers. We got Remember from OG WebChef up 16.2%, so one of the printer tokens. We've got Reserve Tay, another one here, up 5.7%. Then we've got UFO sitting at 5% at the moment, so UFO and PDC, of course. Your Mum, which had a big burning thing going, that's and Moon King was excited. That is up 4.6%. We've got Dow Token there from Pump Ties, up 4.4%. We got PDC the Greys there versus most, up 3%. Gophers, we talked about 404 contracts. Now Gophers out there, up 3.6%. And we had talked about 404 Mon, right? So if you're want to check out 404 contracts, we got 404 Mon out there, which is pretty amazing. Check that out for Nintendo on that. Looking pretty good. And yeah, we got Dow Token there, another pump tires. Well, it's already up here in the pair, but up 3%. X is up 1.6%. And then we've got Incentive Token there, up 1% as well. So $1.41. So Incentive Token leading the way for the cause. Pump tires there also up just over 0.5%. So a little bit of movement there. Obviously, all the prices are relatively depressed on PulseChain after getting on the onslaught from the geopolitical issues and from the whales selling down on PulseX and Sun Minimo and others. What else? We got Solid X there at the moment. It's $8.12, and this is the one that you could probably see a pretty big move to the upside, right? Pretty big move to the upside is coming up. So keep a lookout for Solid X. That could be one of the big mega reversals here moving forward. So that's $8.12 at the moment. That we got PMX index is pretty much flat, and then everything else is slightly out of the money. So everything else is slightly out of the money there as we go too. So how many were that? That was 23 coins out of the top 100 here on Dex Screener's default view for trending, and that's on the 24-hour basis. So that is the marks. Everything else is pretty much down. Let's see what sort of opportunities around. I guess there's quite a few opportunities here in the mark here. Sun Minimo is down at 6.3 cents. So that's still facing a lot of sell pressure there, relatively speaking. What else is PDC the Grey is down here. Some of the peers as well. So just trying to find the PDC, the Pulse peer. TD Takeover's down. I mean, everything's really down, right? Especially everything that's leveraged on Pulse that's down is down quite a bit on an accumulated basis. So let's bring up a PulseChain chart. And before we do that, let's get into the chat. We've got a comment there from Valiant. We might see some celebration buying from several rich Middle East countries. That's true. That is true. Obviously, not only has Iran been a thorn on the side of the West, but also in Israel, but also been a thorn inside of Saudi Arabia and other countries. So I think you might be quite right there. All right. So the Saudi prince was talking about the fact that they weren't going nuclear. If Iran went nuclear, they would go nuclear. So just doesn't help anybody. Everyone going nuclear. Does anyone know how the nuclear bomb was sourced? Well, it was the idea for the nuclear bomb that America made. Does anyone know? Let me know in the chat there if anyone knows who gave the idea for the nuclear bomb to be made. All right, let's see what else. So that is pretty much it at the moment. Let's go over to PulseChain. I'm going to bring up the PulseChain chart. We'll have a look at that too. How we're doing for time here. Pretty good, actually. Man, we're doing super fast today. This is another fast day. We had lots of news yesterday, didn't we? I've had a lot of PulseChain news the last couple of days. Let me jump through here. Let me go through to coins. And we're going to bring up the pulse chart. So let me go full screen on that. I'm going to bring that up. All right. Thanks for being bearing with me here. So this was our chart that we had, or at least my chart, and let me scroll it off. So we had a little bounce here on the RSI. So we definitely got into the oversold territory, below 30, and we bounced a little bit from there. We're currently sitting at about 31.4. We also had this actually hit the bottom of my bear case. So that was the bear case there, and at the bottom there, it actually went slightly past it. I had the bottom at 2460, and it went to about 2300, and so it has bounced from there though. So we have got a green day bounce, and we were bouncing off a low of 2376, and we're now at 2448. So we're bouncing off there. So this fingers crossed we can hold on to that. What was Valiant say? Aliens. So that's kind of where we are at the moment, and back to that midpoint would be back to 3200. It was all back here, right? So we had this a nice little flow going, right? We had higher lows, but we only had one, right? We had two, but it didn't hold up there. So we had higher lows, and then of course we had higher highs, and we got up to here, which we got up to about 4400, and we wanted to break that 4500 and got rejected there. Came all the way back down and tested this down here at 2800. Moved back up, of course, to 3700 here, just below 3700, and down we went. So this was this here was the area right here where it started breaking down, right? And of course, we had the geopolitical risk, which another sort of grey swan, black swan event coming in, hitting the chart, and that's where we are. And we had all the whales dumping on us. There's a big whale, the number 3 sacrifice wallet, and other wallets like that. So there we are at the moment, just waiting to recover moving forward. So yeah, let's see where we go from here. Hopefully we get a bit of recovery. Might be fine. The downside, of course, is going all the way back potentially, obviously, to 2000 and then down to 1600. That'd be the downside. But the upside, of course, is trying to head back towards that 4400, 4500 mark slowly and surely. But before that, of course, we'd probably head towards 3600 instead. So 3600 is the next mark on here for the upside. 2000 would be the one on the downside there. All right, so that is kind of where we are on a PulseChain. I don't think we've got any more news here on. We do. Yeah, we do. So Trump's going to address the nation tonight, apparently. So there we go. US strikes 3 nuclear sites. Trump to address the nation tonight. Obviously, they're going to check the fallout and that. Often, when you do a bombing raid, you often go back and you check to see how effective it was, and then you may need to go back again to do another strike. So, American military attacks multiple Iranian sites, and we got a little statement here, I think, from Trump. So yeah, President Donald Trump took the Truth Social on Saturday night after announcing very successful strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities to share an upcoming address to the American people. I will be giving an address to the nation at 10 p.m. at the White House. So 10 p.m. at the White House there regarding a very successful military operation in Iran. This is an historic moment for the United States of America, Israel, and the world. Iran must now agree to end this war. Thank you. So there we go. We have Yvette Gallant there. President Trump took a bold decision for the United States and for Israel, for all humanity. The world is now a safer place. Former Israel Defense Minister Yoav Gallant praised President Trump there, and that is the mix. So that's some of the latest stuff there. What else we got there? Has completed what describes very successful attacks. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. He concluded his statement with calling for the de-escalation. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So that is the latest there from Trump and attacking there. So yeah, a Jewish guy, I think, for the nuke idea. Think of probably the greatest scientist in the modern times, which is Einstein. Einstein gave the president of the United States the idea about doing nukes because he said that, that Hitler was building one as well. What we found, of course, they were building heavy water site, but we ended up finding that the Germans are actually miles behind. Even though the Germans did have one of the best scientists in the world, but a lot of the scientists in Germany were also Jewish, and they ended up leaving. And some of them, would they go to Ukraine? Ukraine somewhere, I can't remember which country. There was like a number of top, what you call quantum scientists, I guess, at the time. But yeah, doing nuclear work at the time. So yeah, it was actually Einstein. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So that is the play, and it really, I guess, is a defensive play if you think about it like that. US strikes 3 Iranian nuclear sites, so that is the big news today, and the markets seem to be holding. We shall see what happens tomorrow, and let's see what the future. Should we see what the futures markets, futures market has? So we'll go to investing.com. And we'll see what the futures are looking. Well, futures are still they're closed at the moment. I'm not sure when they open up, but we'll keep a tab on what the futures for the stock market shows up possibly tomorrow. So keep a lookout for that. Keep a lookout on the futures, guys. That's probably the key thing. All right. So that is pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We're going to finish early, 38 minutes. This is the quickest show. I think even the last one I did 2 days ago or 3 days ago was like 40 minutes. And then yesterday we did a full show, right? I think yesterday was like an hour and 15 because we had lots of news coming out of PulseChain stuff. But it is the weekend and people are, tend to rest. I'm not sure about all the developers are resting, but they tend to rest as well. I'm just quickly checking to see if there's anything else here. Just have a look at a few little things here. We did have I might as well talk about this. This is not really crypto, but we'll talk about it. And that is in New Zealand. We had a protest to try and save our country because we're being wiped out. So that was probably the honourable mention there. We had a showdown in New Zealand, and of course, and also Christianity under attack. So yeah, it was a beautiful big haka there down in the main street of our main city. And standing up for our people, which is pretty amazing. We have globalists in New Zealand that are trying to replace us all, and they're doing a very good job of it, unfortunately. So this is kind of the last moments, So yeah, let's see where this all heads. I guess leading into the next election, they'll probably have to do rolling parades. I guess I don't know what you call this, a parade. So yeah, some people say I think there were maybe 10,000 at this one, but it's just the beginning, right? So it's a pretty good strong start out of the gate. So I'm going to keep a lookout for that. But yeah, definitely want to protect our society in New Zealand because we are under major threat from our own people. By the way, it's from our own people, which is the crazy part about it, right? Our own people are selling out the West, which is crazy, but it is what it is, and people have not stood up for it. So. All right, so that is what's happening in New Zealand. Just so you guys, probably is at the bottom of the world. So that's the sort of some of the stuff that carries on here. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'll catch you again tomorrow and we'll see what happens with the fallout and all that sort of stuff. But apparently successful strikes, so the market should probably take that as a positive, and we'll see where the Iranian leadership, what's left of it, of course, decides to do, and then maybe. Like I said, Iran is different from a lot of Islamic countries. The Persians there obviously have a huge, amazing history and have been suppressed since 1979, since the revolution. And they thought at the time that they would usher in, maybe some sort of better peace or something. I don't know what they thought they were doing. But obviously they got rid of the king there. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens when when the people might rise up, right? And I don't that previously I think it was back in the late 1990s, maybe 97, 98. They were wanting to do reform, and of course they cracked down. I think it was 2007 as well, wasn't it? Something like that. They've had a couple of moments anyway since the revolution in '79 that they wanted to do reform, but I think those reformers are now want regime change, right? Because of the oppression of the extreme Ayatollah Islamic extremists that were in power. But they're definitely under pressure now. So we'll see whether the people stand up as well and go for the rest of change, because they have been changing. Been getting rid of their headdress, women walking around, lots of things like that going on. So we'll see where it all lands. It's definitely a time for freedom, potentially for the Persian people, and so we'll keep a lookout for that. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys all tomorrow. On that note, bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you on the next show. Cheers.